Here is your latest weather briefing from the National Weather Service in San Diego. This is meteorologist Alex Tardy. We'll talk about the dry and seasonally mild weather for the holiday weekend, and then a possible storm for Tuesday of next week. This video is about 4 minutes long. Here are the highlights we're going to look at. We're going to talk a little bit about the elevated surf that has been occurring. Please check with lifeguards for the latest on the rip current activity. We'll also share some tide information. Temperatures, well, they have been about average to a little bit below, and that'll continue through the holiday weekend. The pattern remains stationary on the west coast, but at weekends, breezy and gusty winds will continue in the desert slopes and the deserts, just not as strong. The deep marine layer, well, that'll keep morning clouds, but no coastal fog, so the clouds will be elevated. Increasing wind, well, the winds will increase again. That looks like it'll develop on Monday ahead of the next storm, especially for the desert slopes and mountain passes. There are precipitation chances for beginning Monday night and continuing through Tuesday and into Tuesday night. Here's a quick look at the past winds that we've received across the region. This is 24-hour past winds. You can see the Banning Pass on the top of the screen. Several locations, winds were gusting in the 40s to the low 50 mile per hour. And the area shaded in yellow, well, basically that's our desert slope region and our desert floors. And those have been the windiest locations as the winds have been blowing from west to east. You can see some of the terrain and some of the coastal sea breezes have also produced wind gusts near 20 miles an hour in the past 24 hours. The area shaded in yellow, that'll be the continued area for the main wind other than the sea breeze. Here's a look at tidal information. Take a chance and look over the tide as it may impact you if you plan to visit the beach areas. This is for May 24th through May 27th, so the entire holiday weekend, Friday through Monday. And shown here is the low tide and the two high tides. Keep in mind when tides are going from high to low or low to high, you can have significant changes or development of dangerous rip currents. A rip current is shown on this map. Always check with your lifeguard for rip current activity. Well, the current weather pattern that brought the wind to our region, especially our desert slopes, this is how it looked like today. Deep low pressure area in the jet stream level, up where the airplanes fly, sitting right over Seattle. That carved the jet stream across central California and moved out towards Utah and the Rocky Mountains. Here's a look at the weather pattern for Sunday into Monday, Memorial Day. As you can see, the storm system that's been providing the cooler and locally windy weather will linger across the west, but it will weaken significantly. A new piece of energy, as shown in red, will start to drop across the eastern Pacific and eventually develop a new storm across the west coast for early next week. Now, temperatures across our region, they'll generally range from the upper 60s on the coast, 70s inland valleys, and we'll see temperatures approaching around the lower 90s for our inland deserts. Those are readings right about normal to a little bit below. When we get to Tuesday after Memorial Weekend holiday, a new storm system is expected to carve out across the southern portion of California this time. It'll carve across Southern California towards the Baja and then eject across the desert southwest and into Colorado, as shown here. So this is our weather pattern for Tuesday. This will increase wind, like we said on Monday. It'll also bring a chance for showers to our region on Tuesday. Here's a look at the shower potential. This is a precipitation forecast from the Weather Prediction Center of the National Weather Service. Primarily, this precipitation is focused for Monday night through Tuesday night, as shown here. As you can see, most locations receiving at least light amounts of rainfall, but some heavier amounts of 1/4 to 1/2 inch across parts of southwestern California and the western slopes or coastal slopes. We hope you found the weather briefing useful. Be safe this holiday weekend. Check the latest forecasts. If you go to the beaches, talk with your lifeguards about the rip current potential. Here's some links that you might find useful for weather, including the new links at the top. Please check those links out. Those have some great weather information for us.